screen door is creaking a familiar song, a melody that tells me exactly where I belong. The ice is melting slow in a tall glass of tea, just a gentle afternoon breeze and you here with me. I look down the driveway at the world rushing by, underneath the vast and the wide open sky. They're chasing the minutes, they're hunting the gold, trying to buy back the years that they already sold. I remember the engine, I remember the heat, the sound of my heart like a drum on the street. Oh, the hustle was a heavy load, but I'm taking my boots off, I'm unlacing the pride, finding the heaven that we kept deep inside. We're just sitting on the front porch, watching the view, finding the universe in a moment with you. The front porch, letting the sun go down. Oh, we don't need the neon, we don't need the noise, just the steady rhythm of our quiet joys. I'm settled, God, I'm finally settled in the light, in this golden amber light. Wood grain is weathered and the paint is a bit thin, but it holds all the history of the places we've been. I used to want a skyscraper, a view from the clouds, to hear my name echoed by the roar of the crowds. But there's more truth in the way that you lean on my arm, keeping my spirit protected from harm. We're the kings of the driveway, the queens of the yard, finally letting down the old heavy guard. Reach the top, no more timing at the ticking stop. The best seat in the house is this old wicker chair, with the scent of the honeysuckle thick in the air. Are we late for nothing at all? Is it fate? I'm answering the call. I'm breathing in deep and I'm letting it out, washing away every shadow of doubt. We're just sitting on the front porch, watching the view, finding the universe in a moment with you. The front porch, letting the sun go down. Oh, we don't need the neon, we don't need the noise, just the steady rhythm of our quiet joys. I'm settled, God, I'm finally settled in the light, in this golden amber light. The fire's crackling, casting shadows on the wall. I'm watching the evening start to beautifully fall. You're reading a paperback, curled up in the chair, and there isn't a single heavy word in the air. I remember the days when the quiet was a ghost, a terrifying warning of the things we feared the most. When a pause in the talking meant somebody was mad, or holding on to something that was broken and sad. But the tension is gone, the anxiety is dead. We don't have to analyze the things we never said. Oh, the room is so peaceful now. We traded the panic for a comfortable grace, just existing together in this beautiful space. We found the easy silence, the space between the words, the most confident the soft rhythm of the breath in your chest, a steady little metronome of absolute rest. I don't have to entertain, I don't have to perform. We're safely inside from the edge of the storm. We used to fill the empty air with chatter and noise, trying to keep our balance and to gather our poise. But now we just sit here, letting time slowly pass, like smooth, heavy water in a crystal clear glass. No pressure, no questions, no questions. I know what you're feeling by the look in your eye beneath the white canopy of our own private sky. Are we talking? Are we walking on this holy ground? I'm perfectly content to just be in the room, watching the flower of our security bloom. We found the easy silence space, the space between the words, the most comforting melody that I've ever heard. Easy silence. Oh, I don't need a conversation just to know that we're okay. We're speaking to each other in a deeper kind of way. I'm resting, God, my mind is resting in the quiet that's beautiful. I used to chase the skyline, I wanted the view, a penthouse in the clouds, baby, something brand new. I was hungry for the power, I was starved for the gold, a foolish young man with a spirit too bold. I thought that the measure of a man was his worth, how much he could conquer and take from the earth. But I look at these walls with the paint chipping down, and I realize I'm wearing a different kind of crown. They can keep all the mansions, they can keep all the cars, I'd rather be sitting right here under the stars. Oh, the empire was a heavy lie. I traded the rush and the noise of the street for the paradise resting right here at my feet. Welcome to my quiet kingdom, population 2. Every single treasure is wrapped up in you. Quiet kingdom, safe behind the door. I don't need a palace, I don't need a throne, 'cause this little house is the greatest world I've known. I'm ruling, God, I'm finally ruling with my queen, my beautiful queen. The floorboards are creaking underneath my feet, but it sounds like a symphony perfectly sweet. I pour 2 cups of coffee and I watch the sunrise, and I see my entire domain in your eyes. A rich man is a man who has nothing to prove, who found the right pocket and stayed in the groove. We got a sovereign nation in a 2-bedroom place, ruled by the smile on your beautiful face. Hey! Lock the gate, keep the madness out, raise the flag, let the true love shout. We built an oasis away from the greed. Having you here is the only thing I need. Are we rich? Are we rich? Are we safe? Are we safe? I'm surveying the land from the kitchen to the hall, the undisputed ruler of it all. to my quiet kingdom, population 2. Every single treasure is wrapped up in you. Quiet kingdom, safe behind the door. I don't need a palace, I don't need a throne, 'cause this little house is the greatest world I've known. I'm ruling, God, I'm finally ruling with my queen, my beautiful queen. Sun is sneaking through the bedroom blind, catching something beautiful I didn't think I'd find. You're standing at the mirror, brushing out your curls, the most breathtaking woman in a whole dozen worlds. I see a little shimmer right above your ear, a brand new reflection of another passing year. You touch it with your finger and you softly sigh, but darling, let me tell you what I see through my eye. We had the fire of our youth, the wild and reckless days, but I'm loving how the seasons start to shift their ways. Oh, the time is just a friend to us. I wouldn't trade the present for the past we left behind, 'cause the woman standing here is the rarest I could find. There's silver in your hair, catching in the light, and darling, I swear it's a beautiful sight. Silver in your hair, shining like a crown. Oh, they say that beauty fades when the years go rushing past, but the older that we get, the more I know we're gonna last. You're stunning, God, you're absolutely stunning. My vintage love, sent from above. Every little strand of silver by the side of your face is a map of every memory, every time and place. One is for the nights we stayed awake and cried. One is for the laughter that we couldn't keep inside. One is for the struggle when we built it from the dirt. And one is for the healing that came after all the hurt. You earned every single ribbon woven in your hair, and I'll be the one to kiss them while I'm standing right there. Let the clock spin, we ain't slowing down. Let the years roll, let's love in this town. I loved you in your 20s, running wild and running free, but this woman looking back is the only one for me. Are we aging like a fine, fine wine? Are we changing? Yeah, you're still divine. I'm falling even deeper than the day we said I do. So let the silver shine, baby, let the light shine through. The silver in your hair, catching in the light, and darling, I swear, ooh, it's a beautiful sight. Oh, they say that beauty fades when the found an old Polaroid stuffed in the drawer from back when we were hungry and sleeping on the floor. We had the fire in our eyes and the world on a string, but we didn't know a damn about a single real thing. Now I'm looking at you walking right across the room with the confidence of a flower in an absolute bloom. The kids are chasing trends, trying to find what's new, but I'm holding on to a classic, baby. I'm holding on to you. Some folks fade when the newness wears off. Some folks run when the weather gets rough. Oh, they don't know the secret, but we let it ferment in the dark and the cold, turning that struggle into absolute gold. We're going vintage, top of the shelf. Ain't nobody got a love like we got ourselves. We're vintage, rising in price. Oh, we're aging like bourbon in an old oak barrel, strutting our stuff in some classic apparel. We're timeless, God, we're absolutely timeless. The real McCoy, bringing that joy. The real McCoy, bringing that joy. We got the original parts and the classic design, a limited edition coming off the assembly line. We got a few little scratches right here on the hood, but the engine is purring and it's sounding so good. They don't make them like us anymore, that's a fact. A heavy-duty love that is keeping intact. The longer that we hold it, the higher the worth. The most valuable antique on the face of the earth. Break it down now, watch the groove, let the record spin, make your body move. We ain't getting older, baby, we're getting refined, leaving all the amateurs a million miles behind. Got the flavor, aged to perfection. Got the soul, the ultimate connection. I'm dusting off the bottle, I'm pouring out the wine, celebrating every single day that you are mine. We're going vintage, top of the shelf. Ain't nobody got a love like we got ourselves. We're vintage, rising in price. Oh, we're aging like bourbon in an old oak barrel, strutting our stuff in some classic apparel. We're timeless, God, we're absolutely timeless. The real McCoy, bringing that joy. The real McCoy, bringing that joy. The house is fast asleep, the television's dark. I'm walking to the kitchen, guided by a spark. My bare feet on the hardwood, right where we used to pace, when this was just an empty and unfamiliar place. Now every single corner has a story you can tell, of heaven and of heartache, the times we rose and fell. I stop outside the doorway of the room we painted blue, and listen to the history that ties me right to you. It isn't just a building made of timber and a stone, it's a living, breathing archive of the greatest love I've known. All the walls are keeping secrets. If you listen close enough, when the midnight settles down, you can hear the loudest memories of any house in in town. There are echoes in the hallway, ringing in the wood, reminding me of everywhere our history has stood. I hear the sound of laughter, I hear the bitter tears, the symphony of loving you across the passing years. I'm listening, I'm standing here listening to the ghost of us, the beautiful ghost of us. I hear the heavy footsteps when I almost walked away, and the trembling of your voice when you asked me to stay. I hear the champagne glasses clicking on New Year's Eve, and the silence of the mornings when we couldn't quite believe that we survived the winter. We survived the heavy frost when we thought the map was broken and the compass had been lost. This house absorbed it all, soaked it right into the floor, a sanctuary sitting just behind a heavy door. Let it ring, let it sing. I'm standing in the center of the life we left behind, the most beautiful museum that a man could ever find. Are they gone? Are they gone? Are they safe? Are they safe? I'm tracing my fingers right along the painted wall, feeling the vibration of the greatest love of all. There are echoes in the hallway, ringing in the wood, reminding me of everywhere our history has stood. I hear the sound of laughter, I hear the bitter tears, the symphony of loving you across the passing years. I'm listening, I'm standing here listening to the ghost of us, the beautiful ghost of us. Sometimes I stare at the ceiling, watching the shadows play, thinking about the crossroads and the alternate highway. What if the money never left me? What if I stayed in the game? Would my heart still be beating to the rhythm of your name? What if I took a different train on a rainy afternoon, or lived my whole life on the dark side of the moon? They talk about the butterfly that flapped its little wings, and how a tiny moment changes all the biggest things. They say there are a million different paths that we could take, a million different choices and a million ways to break. Oh, the timeline is a tangled thread, but I'm looking at the math and the picture is so clear. Every single road was leading me right back to here. It would be still you in every alternate life, cutting through the static like a silver-handled knife. Still you across the great divide. If I was a king or a beggar on the street, you'd be the only soul I'd ever want to meet. Is you? again another time. I'd be writing different verses, trying to find another rhyme. But the second that you walked into a crowded smoky room, my spirit would awaken like a flower in the bloom. The circumstances shift, but the gravity remains, pulling my heart right through the atmospheric planes. You could scramble up the stars, you could rearrange the sky, but you'll never break the tether between you and I. Spin the wheel, let the timeline shift, roll the dice, it's a cosmic gift. I don't care about the what ifs or the could have beens, because I know exactly how every story ends. Different world, different time. I find you in the future, I'd find you in the blue, because the answer to the riddle is always gonna be you. It will be still you in every alternate life, cutting through the static like a silver-handled knife. Still you across the great divide. If I was a king or a beggar on the street, you'd be the only soul I'd ever wanna meet. It's you, God, it's always been you in every universe, for better or for worse. When my knees get a little too stiff to bend, and the walk down the driveway feels like it won't end, when the hands that built this house start to shake, and we're sleeping in a little later every time we wake, the world's gonna spin and the seasons will turn, and the fire in the fireplace will slowly start to burn. But darling, I'm making a promise to you today about the man I'm gonna be when the gold turns to gray. The calendar pages are gonna keep falling down, we'll be the slowest moving couple in this whole damn town. Oh, the clock is just ticking away, but the only thing that matters when the sun goes down is knowing that I'm keeping this eternal crown. We'll be in the rocking chair side by side, taking it easy at the end of the ride. The rocking chair swaying in the breeze. Oh, when the world gets too fast and our bones get too slow, you're still the only place that I ever wanna go. I'm sitting, God, I'm permanently sitting right next to you, doing what we do. Right next to you, doing what we do. When my eyes get weak and the memory slips, I still know the exact shape of your beautiful lips. I might forget where I put the keys to the car, but I'll never forget how breathtaking you are. We'll drink our coffee from a chipped old mug, wrapped up together in a heavy wool rug. Let the young folks run and chase all the thrills. We've got our own little heaven up here in the hills. Take it slow, we ain't in a rush. Let it be in the twilight hush. I'm gonna hold your ankle hand in the palm of mine and tell you every day that you're looking divine. Are we old? Just a little bit worn. Are we cold? Kept warm since we were born. I'm rocking to the rhythm of the life we made. Rest resting in the cool of our own shade. We'll be in a rocking chair side by side, taking it easy at the end of the ride. A rocking chair swaying in the breeze. Oh, when the world gets too fast and our bones get too slow, you're still the only place that I ever wanna go. I'm sitting, God, I'm permanently sitting right next to you, doing what we do. Right next to you, doing what we do. A story being told. I used to think a legacy was written on a check, a heavy gold chain hanging right around the neck. I thought it was the acreage, the title and the deed, the only kind of safety that my family would need. But I'm looking at the kids playing out there in the yard, and I'm thinking about the times when the living got so hard. We didn't have a dollar, but we had a lot of grace, and I see it shining back in every single little face. You can't put it in a vault, you can't lock it in a safe. It's the invisible foundation of a holy, happy place. Oh, the inheritance is real. I'm looking at the fortune that we built out of the dirt, $1 million love that protects them from the hurt. This is passed down from the mother to the son. Shelter of an everlasting flame. It's the legacy, God. It's our beautiful legacy. More than gold, a story being told. They're watching how I treat you when the days get a little long. They're listening to the rhythm of our daily quiet song. I'm teaching them to compromise, I'm teaching them to bend, how to be a lover and how to be a friend. When I am just a memory, a picture on the wall, they'll remember how I stood to make sure you wouldn't fall. That's the kind of currency that never depreciates, the only kind of fortune that unlocks the heavy gates. Keep the money, we don't need the paper. Keep the silver, we built a skyscraper. We built it out of patience and we built it out of trust, a monument of spirit that will never turn to dust. Are they rich? Yeah, their souls are full. Are they strong? Got the greatest pull. I'm handing them the blueprint of how to be a man, the most valuable possession in the palm of my hand. It's passed down from the mother to the son. stretching across the floor. We've walked 1,000,000 miles to reach this heavy wooden door. The sky is painting pictures in a shade of tangerine, the most breathtaking canvas that my eyes have ever seen. We fought the bitter winter, we braved the summer heat, we took the heavy sorrow and we turned it into sweet. Now the day is almost over, the sun is dipping low, and there's nowhere else on earth that I would ever want to go. The frantic rush of morning is a lifetime in the past. We finally found the quiet and we're holding on to it fast.
Oh, the light is hitting perfect now.
Every single scar is glowing in the fading sun, showing off the masterpiece of everything we've done.
We're standing in the golden hour,
Basking in the glow, the most beautiful conclusion that a soul could ever know. The golden hour, everything is bright.
I'm looking at the woman that I love my
Whole life through, in the twilight looks incredibly magnificent on you. It's perfect,
God.
it's absolutely perfect.
As the sun goes down,
Wearing this heavy crown, I have no regrets to carry, I have no apologies to make, no promises I'm hiding, no vows I'm gonna break. We wrung out every drop of joy this crazy life could give. We showed the whole damn universe exactly how to live. So let the evening settle, let the stars come out to shine. I got your hand forever safely wrapped up into mine. We wrote a brilliant story, baby, page by heavy page, and now we're taking our final bow upon this beautiful stage. Hold me close,
don't let go.
don't let go.
In the bed we made,
I live it all 1,000 times if it brought me back to here, with the love of my existence standing beautifully near. Are we done?
just the same.
Did we win?
We're the only
I'm
ones.
soaking in the beauty of the life we left behind, the greatest epic romance that the world will ever find.
Standing in the golden hour,
Basking in the glow, the most beautiful conclusion that a soul could ever know. The golden hour, everything is bright.
I'm looking at the woman
That I love my whole life through, and the twilight looks incredibly magnificent on you. It's perfect,
God.
it's absolutely perfect.
As the sun goes down,